Sup everyone, XQW Wallow WA2 80s here, and today racing at Interlagos for one of the Aces Cup races. And we're all driving the Super Formula cars, so let's take a look at the grid. In P3 we have Kenji, Treviso starting in P4. And we have qualified in P6, so quite a good position. Very happy with our lap. Rapizzi in P7, BSM in P8. Sabo in P11. So definitely a lot of familiar names in this race. Also Team Wedo in P13. As we see, all cars standing in a grid position, so we just know that it's going to be a standing start. So let's hope that we can get a good start of the line. Let's see. As the lights go out, the race gets underway. Coming along to our 6th position. Good start of the line. And looks like we managed to hold on without using too much boost, so that was our main goal at the start of the race. As you can just see, Rapizzi right alongside us. It seems like he's going onto the boost, so up to P6 he goes. And that position we go, so let's defend the inside. And looks like we managed to hold on to our 7th position. So that's just what we wanted to do, and not use too much boost, so that we can use it later in the race. Small tap towards Rapizzi in front, but no major issues. We could also see in P4 the Treviso, he had a penalty, it seems like. I feel like we're slightly getting held up here. Could be because the car in front has the medium tires on. We're driving onto the soft. So let's try to go for an overtake early in the race onto the freshman ahead. As we get a good exit out of the corner, as we go immediately on the boost. And it seems like we're faster and managed to go ahead of him, so up to P6, but can we hold on as we approach the first corner? Let's see. So we get a slight tap from behind, but luckily we managed to keep our 6th position. Looking at, we can see Treviso has to service penalty here. So can we gain another position? And can we go around the outside? Looks like we just managed to hang on. And up to P5 we go. But we just ran a little bit wide through this corner. And we can see also Treviso diving through the inside, and down to P6 we go. I was very surprised by that move. I didn't expect it to be that close, and managed to make that move. So let's hope that we can close back up towards Illusion in front. Also a good opportunity for us to save a bit of fuel behind Treviso as he defends the inside, so just back out a bit that we can stay behind and save some fuel. And that's how we can both close the gap up together. So in a good position, because then later in the race we can really push to really use up our fuel at the end of the race. And we still have half our boost left, so still a lot that we can use during the race. And And that's just what I want to achieve, to not use too much boost at the start of the race. So we can still use it later on, but we drop back a little bit from Treviso, so we have to try and close back in. Small mistake. It looks like we're already a lot closer. So will he be under the same tires as we are? I don't think so, because he seems like he's a little bit slower, so I expect him to be onto the medium tires. But luckily we don't drop away too far from the Greek in front. So this race will be a one-stop race. You just have to use the soft tires and the normal tires. And pit stop time is quite long on Interlagos, so I don't expect somebody to use the soft tires 2 times. So one stop will definitely be the way to go, I think. So in qualifying we had a good lap, but I felt like we could have been a little bit better, because I decided to spread my boost over 2 laps, while most of the cars decided to use all their boost on 1 lap. So maybe if I used all my boost on 1 lap as well, I think I would be a little bit more higher up. But it is what it is, I just wanted to play it safe. So into the slipstream of Treviso we go. Can we try and go for a move somewhere? Not into turn 1 at least, but he goes a little bit wide. Might that give us an opportunity later on the lap? It looks like we have a very good run onto Treviso. And up to P5 we go. And also Treviso didn't seem to fight it too hard, so I think he felt like I was a little bit faster. And I think he's onto the normal tires as well. But by all of that we managed to save a little bit of fuel. So now we can really push to try and gain some time towards the cars in front. So let's try to get as close as we can, because we're already almost in pit stop territory. So I really want to close in as quickly as possible. We don't want to be too far away from them once they start pitting. Also helps us to maybe gain some positions if they decide to stop, so that we can use a different strategy and maybe gain some positions into the pit lane. Really fun race, these Formula cars on Interlagos. Always like to see Formula 1 also drive at Interlagos. Very cool track to race at. Always very eventful races as well. As we can see, Illusion going to the pits. So he's onto the soft tires, just as we are. And we're going to decide to go a little bit longer onto those tires. Really felt like we could do at least 10 laps on them. So that's why I'm still going to continue on them for a short while. And also onto the second stint we'll have fresher medium tires. So that might also help us to gain some positions later in the race. You can see a penalty from the guy in P2 ahead. So we're still in a good position to try and gain some more places in this race. We can also see the leader, the Spook 51, very far in front. So he's definitely doing a very good job in these cars. As you can see, P2 approaching the penalty zone. And seems like he will drop a position. And it also manages to bring us closer as he makes a slight mistake. And now we really managed to close up towards the two cars in front. So it seems like our tires still are in a better state than the two cars in front. And also we managed to save a little bit more fuel at the beginning of the race. So that also helps to close in right now. As everyone in F1 drives a little bit wide, so you really can get into the slipstream. Can we overtake him as he decides to go into the pit stop, as P2 does the same. So up to second position we go, but we also have to stop, so it's not going to be for very long, I fear. Unless we can still get very good lap times out of these soft tires. So now we have a lap in clean air. I just feel like the tires are starting to get away from under my car, so I'm going to decide to pit at the end of this lap. And get some fresh normal tires under the car. And at that way we have to do 10 laps onto the normal tires, and the other cars will have to do 11 and 12 laps on them. So that will give us a slight advantage later in the race. And let's hope that we can just give us the edge to try and fight for second position. So we're going to go into the pit stop right now, just as the Spook 51 does. Still 54 liters of fuel we have left, so still a good position to be in, because we have more than half of our fuel left. So we don't have to refuel right now, and don't have to save as much as well in the later stages of the race. And out we go. Where will we come out? Long time to get out of the pit stop exit, but here we are. And seems like we join in P6 with nobody behind us. It seems like Illusion has managed to gain a position. He went in front of Genji and also R1 F1, I think. So the undercut has worked for him. And in P2 we have Macbur the Cat. I think he hasn't stopped yet. So we should go up to 5th position as we went a little bit too much to the inside of the corner. Very tricky to drive onto a different compounded tire because very different grip levels. So that's why I made that slight mistake. And here is Macbur the Cat going into the pits, so up to B5 we go. And right now we're onto the same tires, all have the normal tires on our car. So right now we're playing the long game and try to hold our attacks for later in the race. We really have to save our tires right now so that they will last the distance. So we are pushing cautiously, I would say, right now. Of course we're trying to do the best we can, but we really have to take care of our tires. And also not use up too much fuel at this point of the race. We just want to have that little bit extra at the end of the race. Because then the cars in front, their tires will be at their oldest. As R1 F1 runs a little bit wide again. So that helps us to close up a little bit again. Looking behind, we can see somebody getting closer, the Ukrainian guy. So it looks like we're not quite clear from the cars behind. They probably started the normal tires and right now are onto the soft tires, so they will be a lot quicker. So we definitely have to keep an eye out for them. But later in the race they will struggle a little bit more onto their soft tires. As you can see, difficult to make a move. We're close, but not quite close enough to the cars in front. But this race is definitely not over yet. But we are still in the running for P2, I would say. But I'm very worried about the car behind, because he's quite fast. So I think he will be difficult to hold behind. As he's already on the back of our car. So that's very worrying. It will be very difficult to hold him off for 5 more laps after this one. So I think it will be inevitable that he will overtake us. You can just see the pace difference he has. And we also ran a little bit wide, which will not help us. And up the inside he goes. Frustrating to lose that position, but not a disaster. Let's hope that we can keep onto the back of him. And maybe we can also benefit from his overtakes. So he tries to go for a move onto the Frenchman, but didn't quite work out. But he tries to go to the inside once more. I think he slowed down a bit because he made contact, not sure. But yeah, really big strain right now from P2 to P6. So definitely a lot of play out for the end of the race. As Cartman tries to go to the inside of Erwin. It seems like he was through to P4. As we get onto the boost right now, we want to be able to follow him along. But will it be enough? As he defends the inside, we try and go around the outside, but didn't seem to work. So we slot back in behind. And we are very close again right now. Can we go to the inside? Not quite. And everyone goes wide. So this time we managed to go up the inside, up to P5. So it looks like our fresher tires are starting to play a part in this race. And crucial for us to try and follow Cartman along. We know he'll probably make up some more position onto his soft tires. So we want to be as close as possible so that we can also gain advantage if the other cars run a little bit wide. As you can see, a mistake from Cartman and into the wall he goes. So huge crash, and yeah, it seems like it didn't work out. The move he wants to try and do on Genji. So up to P4 it is for us. And let's see if we can make a move onto Genji somewhere. And we still have P2 on our sides as well, so it's still not over yet. So where can we try and make our move? Very difficult to do this section of the track, because it's very narrow, one line through here, so not the easiest part to make overtakes, I would say. And we dropped a little bit too far back at this point, so it will be difficult to make a move at turn 1. Or can we, because we managed to close in a lot, but not enough. But we really putting the pressure on him. And we get a good run out of this corner as we go onto the boost. And looks like we can go to the inside, but can we hold on? And seems like we do, so up to P3. But sadly enough, we just have to seem to use up all of our boost. So that's not quite what we wanted. I guess we might still try to go for P2. So if we manage to go for an attack onto P2, we have to do it without boost, so it'll be very difficult. Also, the Greek in front has 2 laps older tires than us, so that also plays in our advantage if we want to try and go for moving to the last lap. So I think we managed to get a little bit closer towards Illusion. And we get into the slipstream, so that also helps to get a little bit closer. So that also helped to gain some tense on him. But where can we still try to do an overtake on him? Not many overtaking opportunities left in this race. As we approach the final corner, we have to try and get a good exit through the last corner here. But can we do it? It seems like it's still decent, a little bit of slide, but not too bad. And we have the slipstream of the Greek in front, but can we still go for that move? As we get into a slipstream, but can we do it? As we just didn't manage to do it, just not enough. We just missed a little bit of boost that we have used up to try and overtake Genji, so P3 it is, but still a great race. So thank you guys for watching and hopefully see you next time. Bye.